Okay, this is video lesson 5 video lesson part 2. So what we did in the first part of this, we worked with permutations. Now we're going to spend a little time on combinations. Biggest thing that you will have problems with is knowing which one is which. You'll be given a problem, you're going to go, well, is this a permutation or is this a combination? And the biggest thing I can tell you is for permutations, order is important. In a combination, order is not important. So a combination is the number of ways you can group a number of objects together. Order is not important. So let's say we have a set here. We got A, B, C, D, and we want to put all the combinations down. Well, and we're going 2 at a time. So kind of like what we did with subsets, if I start with the A, I can do A with B, I can do with A with C, and I can do A with D. Those would be the 3 where I'm pairing A with each of those. And at this point, I'm done with A. So if I go to B, I could go B with C, and then I could go B with D, and now I'm done with the letter B. And the last one's going to be C, D. So there's 6 of them. So if I wrote those out, there's the list. Typed a little better than mine, but AB, AC, AD, BC, BD, and CD. So there's 6 of them. And again, as we go on, you'll find the number of combinations, and actually finding the combinations, sometimes we don't need those. Note on this one that AB and BA are the same combination. It does not matter what order they are. These would be different permutations, but they're the same combination. That's the big difference between the two. So we had 6 combinations altogether. Okay, so here's a little combination, or this little notation here. A combination of 4 picking 2. This is just like what we did with permutations. A combination of 4 picking 2. That's what I did up here. I started with, next couple of them out, I started out with 4 letters, but I'm picking 2 at a time. That's a combination of 4 picking 2, and that's exactly how you say it. Now, when you find combinations, we do this a little different. With permutations, I showed you how to write them up using blanks and that type of thing. In combinations, you're going to have this big old formula. So a combination, I'm going to write it down here, a combination of 4 picking 2. The first number is N, and the second number is R. N is always bigger than R. So if we follow the formula here, on top we're going to put N factorial, and this one N is 4, so I'm going to put 4 factorial. On the bottom, I'm going to have R factorial. R was 2, so I'm going to have 2 factorial. And this says to take N minus R. N was 4, R was 2, so this is 4 minus 2 factorial, which, that's just 2 factorial. 4 minus 2 is 2, so 2 factorial. So if I wrote my numbers out, I'm going to have 4 times 3 times 2. That's the top. Again, I'm not putting the ones because they don't, when you multiply by 1, it doesn't change anything. This is 2 factorial. 2 factorial is 2 times 1, so I just have a 2. And another 2 factorial, I put another 2. What's that equal to? Well, let's see, those 2's cross out. This 2 goes up here twice. 2 times 3, there's the answer, 6. But I already did it up here. You knew the answer because I did it the hard way. But as we go along, we're going to use this formula more and more. Okay? So this one I already calculated on the other paper. So now let's do this one. This is a combination of 5 picking 3. So that tells you on top, n is 5, so 5 factorial goes on top. On the bottom, we're going to have 3 factorial, and that's really pretty easy to remember those two. But this other one, until you get used to it, kind of messes you up. But on this one, it's going to be 5 minus 3, which is 2, so that's going to be 2 factorial. I always remember because these two on the bottom have to add up to the top. Okay, so that's 5, 4, 3, 2. I'll leave out the 1. On the bottom, it's 3 factorial, so that's 3 times 2. I'll leave out the 1. And then 2 factorial. 5 factorial on top, 3 factorial, 2 factorial. 2's cross out. 2 goes into 4 twice, and the 3's cross out. What's left? Well, everything's crossed on the bottom, so that's 1. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 over 1 is equal to 10. Okay, let's look at my example 3 down here. A Senate investigation subcommittee of 4 members is to be selected from a Senate committee of 10. Determine the number of ways this can be done. So this is a committee. It's not a permutation because it does not matter what order. So this is a combination of 10 picking, how many were in there? 4. So my two numbers, I got 10 here and I got 4 there. Combination of 10 picking 4. So that's 10 factorial, n is 10. Then I know I'm going to have 4 factorial. And 10 minus 4 gives me 6 factorial. So if I wrote these out, I'm going to have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. On the bottom, I got 4 factorial, so it's 4 times 3 times 2. And then 6 factorial is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now I do it this way because you can see 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 here cancels a 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 on the bottom. 3 goes into 3 times. And 2 times 4 cancels the 8. So what do we got? We got 10, 3, and 7 on top. 3 times 7 is 21 times 10. That answer is going to be 210. Okay, number 4 says, how many poker hands of 5 cards can be dealt from a standard deck of 52 cards? So you've got 52 cards. We're going to deal 5 of them at a time. Does it matter what order you get them? No, you'll put them in the order you want. This is a combination of 52, picking 5. So that means you're going to have 52 factorial on the top. You're going to have, let's see, 5 factorial. And 52 minus 5 is 47 factorial. So on top, I'm going to have 52, 51. Don't worry, I'm not putting all of them down there. 50, 49, 48, 47, and then it's going to go all the way to 1, so from here, it's really 47 factorial. So 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, and then 47 factorial. And I did that because when you look at the bottom, I've got a 47 factorial. What's going to happen? Those guys are going to drop out. And then 5 factorial is 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, now the numbers are getting bigger, so let's use our calculator. So one way to do this is simply take 52 times 51 times 50 times 49 times 48. That's all the numbers on the top. Divided by 5, divided by 4, divided by 3, divided by 2, and I get a really big number. 2, 5, 9, 8, 9, 6, 0. Now you may ask, why didn't I do this? Put my calculator back for a second. Why didn't I take 5 into 50 goes 10 times? And then 2 goes into 48 24 times. And then I could take 3 into 24 goes 8 times. And then 4 goes into 8 2 times. Now all I need to do is take 52 times 51 times 10 times 49 times 2. You're going to get the same answer right there. Okay, now I'm going to show you something kind of neat. Let's say I'm going to do the same problem. I want a combination of 52 picking 5 at a time. Okay, so we'll look at the calculator. Okay, I got to find it here real quick. I guess see. Nope. Haven't done them for a while, so now let's see. Put it now. Nope. Okay, I've got to reteach myself here real quick. I thought it was this one. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I hit the math button here over here on the left. I hit math, and this screen pops up. And across the top, it'll say math, and it'll go NUM's number, CPX, I think that's complex, and then PRO, that's for probability. So I'm going to cursor to the right. I got probability highlighted, and then you go down here and you see different things. The third one down, it'll say NCR. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to take the 52 where the N is and the 5 where the R is. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to start all over again. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go 52. Then I'm going to hit the math key. Then I'm going to go PRO for probability. And down to, this is the combination key. So that's number 3. I'm going to hit enter. Now my screen looks like this. I got an NCR. This means I'm taking a combination of 52 things. And then I'm going to hit the number 5. And then I'm going to hit enter. That means enter. When I do, I get 2, 5, 9, 8, 9, 6, 0, which should have been the same number I had on the other paper, and it is. Okay, so let's do a couple of these. If you got the TI 83 or 84 or 85, they're all done the same way. So let's just do an easy one. I want to go combination of 10. I think I did one of 10. I don't know, let's just say 4 at a time. Okay, so we're going to put the 10 in first. And then I've got to find that combination key. So math, go over to probability, go down to the combination key, hit enter. Now my screen looks like this. Now I'm going to put the 4 in. and I'm going to hit the enter, and my answer is going to be 210. Cool. Let's go back. Let's say we wanted to do permutations. Let's say I had permutations of 4 picking 2. Now we can do that in our head. That's 4 times 3. And that's 12. But let's say I wanted to do it on the calculator. So I'm going to put the 4 in first, just like I did up here, even though it's permutation. Then I'm going to go math, probability, and then the second one down is your permutation key. So now it's NPR, and then I'm going to put the 2 in there. I'm going to hit enter, and it comes up to be 12. So combinations and permutations are done exactly the same way. I just put the probability or the permutation key in instead of the combination key. Okay, and let me show you one more thing. Let's say I wanted to find a factorial. Let's say 6 factorial. So I'm going to put the 6 in first. I'm going to go same thing, math, probability, and if I go down to the 4th item, 1, 2, 3, okay, and I'm going to hit that key, and that gives me the factorial button, and then I'm going to hit enter, and that comes up to be, oh, I put in the wrong one, 6 math. Guess I didn't clear it off. 720. So that saves you for multiplying. And you know, when the factorials are little up till about, say, 7, you'll memorize those if you do them enough times. But if I had 10 factorial, I don't want to multiply those. I'm going to go 10, math, probability, 4th one down is factorial, 10 factorial is, and I got 3, 6, 2, 8, 8, 0, 0. And you know, one of the things I tell people, one of my questions on my test when I put it together, not the stuff you're doing now, but my test, I'll say, would you rather have $10 million or 10 factorial dollars? Well, if you look at it now, 10 factorial would be 3,628,000, which would be less than 10 million. But I do different combinations on that, so you have it. Okay, that takes care of chapter 5, and not too hard. And I'll see you in the Zoom lecture.